Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm a chiropractor and yoga instructor, and today I'm going to take you through some exercises for firstly opening and moving through the shoulders and the upper back, and then how to strengthen. So we need stability in our joints, and that's a combination of mobility and strength. So the first half is the mobility and the second half is the strength. So I think they go really well together. So if you have shoulder injury, neck injury, and upper back tension and tightness, this is for you. So find a comfy seat. If it's not comfortable sitting on the ground, feel free to sit on a chair or I've got a cushion underneath me just to take a little bit of pressure off my back. For these exercises, so for the mobility, I'm using a strap. If you don't happen to have a yoga strap, that's absolutely fine. I find a dressing gown cord works really well, or maybe find some sort of rope or belt. And then in the strengthening, there is going to be a little part where I use a TheraBand. But if you don't have a TheraBand, you can just miss out that small part. So it's only a little part of the exercise. So we're going to start with the strap. And we're going to hold it like a football staff. So we're going to have it up above our head and have a little bit of tension on it. And see if you can gently draw your shoulders down. So if this is painful for your shoulders, I'd like to do this exercise with it lower. But if it feels okay, we're going to start off just swaying side to side. So I'm gently pulling the strap slightly, holding a little bit of tension as I stretch into the side body. Coming back into the center and breathe the strap up. And then check it's wide enough. See if you can keep the arms straight as you take it behind you as you breathe out. So I'm breathing in, the strap comes up, and breathe out as it comes down. So you don't want to be hurting yourself. So do make sure you've got your arms wide enough as it comes over. One more here, breathing in, and then out. And then lead with one side. Bit of coordination involved now. Making a figure of 8. Taking the strap all the way around. You can keep the arms relatively straight. And whichever way you were going, see if you can go the opposite way. One way usually feels a bit more instinctive. Might get a few clicks and pops in the shoulder. That's completely normal. Great. Next time the strap comes behind you, keep it there. I've got the strap in my low back and I'm holding each side. Round your back slightly and give your low back a really good rub. Take it to your mid back. And particularly if this is an area of discomfort for you, get a good rub into it. Take the strap over one shoulder. Be careful if you've got bare skin and give it a good rub. And then gently take the strap over the other shoulder. Give it a good rub. Great. Popping your strap to the side. If you have your legs crossed, just swap them over, just so you don't get too tense in the lower body. And we're going to do some tensing and relaxing. So the arms are going to come up. I'd like to breathe in and tense your shoulders up towards your ears. And on the exhale, we drop. And I push the air out through my mouth. So breathe in through your nose, arms come up, tense your shoulders, and drop. So it's like a release, you're just letting it go. And again, breathe in. Let the tension come up and drop. We'll do that one more time. Great. And come to some shoulder rolls. Now, depending on your level of discomfort, depends on how big you can make these shoulder rolls. I'm sort of doing a little movement through the body here at the same time. And then you're welcome to take the hands to your shoulders. So I'm now circling with the elbows. I'm opening the chest as I go. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but there are some clicks and pops, but if they're not painful, that's absolutely fine. Whichever way you were circling, swap it over. And just so you feel really silly, you can also open your mouth at the same time. So I'm stretching my jaw, another area of tension associated with the upper body. Awesome. Let that go and give the arms a good shake. And we're going to come to some seated cat-cows. So we take our arms wide, jazz hands, spread your fingers, and breathe in and lift your chair. And as you breathe out, round your spine, take the head down and let the fingers touch. Breathe in and open. So there might be a gentle lift of the chin if that feels okay. And breathe out round. Breathe in, open. And round. Breathe in, open. And round. Lovely. So hopefully the upper body is feeling a little bit looser now. We'll do just some gentle head movements. So looking to one side, half circle the neck. Gentle look and a half circle. A little safer just doing a half circle. If you know your neck is completely fine, you're welcome to do a full circle. But miss that out if you have any neck issues. And make sure you've circled both ways. Okay, we now move on to the strengthening component here. And we're trying to strengthen the mid-back, so the area between our shoulder blades. And the idea with this is about getting tension out of the upper back, and particularly this muscle, the trapezius, which can often be quite on. So a lot of people say, how can I relax this? Yes, you can do the mobilizations like I've just shown you, but actually one of the best ways to relax here is to strengthen the mid-back. And the reason for that is it works in reciprocal inhibition. So what that means is when this mid-back is on, when those muscles are working, these are off. When these muscles are on, those mid-back ones are off. So if we want to try and get these to turn off, we have to strengthen the mid-back. The problem is, as you do these exercises, you'll notice that these will really want to get involved. And that will look like your shoulders tensing slightly. So please I'll try and cue you as well, but try and be really aware to keep these relaxed as we do these strength work. Okay, so we're going to come over to all fours first. And we're going to try a push-up plus, which is a little tricky. So bear with it if you find it difficult. We start on all fours. And we'll be dipping between the shoulder blades. So I'm dipping my shoulder blades together and then I'm pushing up. Dipping and pushing up. So I'm keeping the arms relatively straight. I'm keeping the core in, so I'm not doing the cat-cow here. The movement is just coming from the mid-back. Try and keep the chin tucked so don't let the head fall too much. And drop and dip and then push up through. And you're trying not to get these to work too much. So if I was working then, my arms would be coming up like this. So if possible, just see if you can dip and push from the shoulder blades. It's like you're trying to pinch a pencil between the shoulder blades and push up. Pinch and push up. One more. Lovely. Take the weight off your hands, have a little shake. Then you're welcome to pause the video and do another 1 to 2 rounds of about 6 to 10 repetitions. The next exercise we'll do is our tricep dips, where we are working into the back of the arms and into the area around here. We set it up exactly the same. I quite like to have my toes tucked, but this time we are allowed to bend the elbows. So actually, sorry, I'll show you a slightly easier version first. So you have your hands quite close to you, and I'm keeping all of the weight in my lower body. And you see I'm bending my elbows back. So what I don't want is your elbows going out to the side. I'd like you to wrap your elbows and keep some tension in your core so that you're not arching your low back. Then, if that feels okay, step the hands a little further away and dip. If that feels okay, your hands will go a little further away until you're able to take your weight further down, Probably not going too low today, so maybe just aiming for about 90 degrees maximum for this rehab exercise. Want you to feel the tension here and not feel it in the upper tracts. I do 6 to 10 again. Feel free to pause and do another or 3 sets in total. Lovely. Again, give it a little shake in between these exercises. Then we're going to do our swan dives. So for this, we'll be down on our forearms. I've got my forearms parallel, my fingers spread, and I've got my toes tucked. I'm pulling in through the belly, keeping the chin tucked in, and start to just move yourself forwards and back. I'm trying not to activate the upper tracts. I'm trying to get the effort to come between my shoulder blades. So I'm pushing up and keeping a smooth back here. I'm not dipping between the shoulder blades. I'm keeping maybe even a slightly domed upper back here. So I know that those muscles are active. If this feels okay, you can take this one a little further. It might be that the forehead even slightly touches the ground, but only do that if it doesn't cause tension. Remember not to hold the breath for these. Try and keep the breath deep and full. So you keep the jaw relaxed at all times. Well done. Again, giving that a little shake out in between. If you don't have a TheraBand, you can stop the recording now. Those that have a TheraBand handy, green is like a medium intensity. Yours might be yellow, which is lighter. Usually red and blue are stronger, but it may vary slightly. You don't have to do this seated as well. You're welcome to pop your strap around like a banister or a door handle works quite well. If you're doing it seated with me, then it works quite well just to hook it around your foot. And then you do need to be nice and upright. So do sit on a cushion if you need to. And you'll be pulling your arms back. So it's a seated or standing row. I'm squeezing the elbows behind me. What I'm not doing is arching my back. So I'm keeping my rib cage down, my chin tucked in, and then it's the arms that come back. So I can really isolate those muscles in the mid-back. At the same time as I do this, I'm not tensing the shoulders like that. So I'm trying to keep the shoulders down and relaxed, lifting my chest and just working into that mid-back area. The more you wrap the strap, the more intense it is. So you can use the intensity of the strap to vary. You want to keep some nice bit of resistance throughout the movement. You can buy, this is called a TheraBand, you can buy them online. They just add just that little bit of resistance. I probably do slightly higher repetitions, so I probably aim for say 10 to 12 repetitions with this. Have a shake out, and again, ideally you would do 2 to 3 sets, so complete sets of that. So then see how that feels. These exercises are rehab exercises, so what that means is it's a relatively low intensity but a higher frequency. And that does mean they need to be repeated regularly. So you can even do them every day. I find if you're trying to do something regularly, to have a particular time of day that you do it to try and build the discipline and work with your mobilisation, your movement, and then work with the strength from the upper body. If you have any questions, then please do just get in touch. Thank you.